Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Critical and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Bedrock Edition Season 2. We're heading over to the castle because today we're going to be doing some location scouting near spawn to figure out where we're going to be building next, but I want to head downstairs first and show you guys the monstrosity that lays before me. So these are all empty. These are all new, actually. These haven't ever had items put in them, but all of these are full of items. And they're not the same item every time. A lot of them are random crap scattered across so many chests. It's just so much. I don't even know how I'm going to sort through all this. Anyways, you get the point. I'm not going to go through everyone. So temporarily I've put these down in the castle just so that I can put them somewhere. But yeah, I have to go through all those. But a couple of things we need to do before we get around to location scouting is I, first of all, need a better food source. And I think we're going to go over to the gold farm and get some gold, and we're going to make some gold carrots. Now, I had farmed a bunch of carrots from spawn over here, but unfortunately, I put those in a shulker box. And I think you can imagine that I no longer know which shulker box that is because it's all kind of merged together. So we're going to do a little bit of harvesting of these carrots here, and we're going to head over to the gold farm, and I'm going to show you guys that because since I'm treating this as season 2, I think I'm just going to act as though you guys haven't really seen anything before, so we're going to kind of show off how the gold farm works. But let me harvest some of these carrots, and then we will head over that way. Alright, so we are over here at the gold farm. I've got everything turned down just a little bit. We're going to actually shut this off real quick. It does cause a bit of lag. There's a lot going on here, but I kind of wanted to show you guys. Actually, we'll leave that on for a second. I'm going to head down here to let that finish its course. So, as you guys know, as you guys probably saw last episode, we're over here at the huge island. It's going to click still a little bit. By the way, check this out. They updated this. You can actually edit individual sounds. I don't think you guys understand how amazing this is. We're actually going to mute it entirely, though, anyways, for a moment here. So we're over at the island. We got the iron farm over here. We got the gunpowder farm over here. We got the giant gold farm right here. And if we head up a ways, I'll kind of briefly explain how this works, because as I said, I'm kind of treating this as if you guys haven't really seen this before. If we head up here, this lever here turns on a system up at the top, which we may fly up in a second and see. But basically, all these portals are going to blink super fast, and it's going to cause zombie pigmen to spawn. And as you saw briefly, those are going to fall down here, and these this lever activates these little like piston pusher things, and that causes a trident to go around in circles. Now, once the guys die, there's a little minecart underneath, which you can actually kind of see. If I jump very, very briefly, I think you can see it down there. It basically picks up all the items, funnels them down through this massive like chest tower, which you may be wondering why there's so many hoppers here, and you can be like, well, you could just do one. It's too fast. This system is actually too fast for a single chest and hopper on each side to do, so you have to do 4 like this or it won't actually function. But if we head down here, you can see all of these get funneled into this storage system here. The rotten flesh usually gets burned unless there is room in this minecart. So this minecart can actually pick up blocks or items of any sort faster than the lava can burn it. So once that chest down there fills up, that hopper will fill up and that minecart will fill up, then the items will start getting destroyed at that point, which is pretty cool. And I can go down here, I can grab as much rotten flesh as I want, and I can trade it with these guys here who are actually asleep. I don't have a bed here, so I can't join them. But yeah, so basically I'm just going to sit here for a little bit and AFK while we get some gold. And then once we are able to update all these carrots to, or upgrade all these carrots to golden carrots, we'll be good to go. We'll do some location scouting, but I will see you guys in just a bit. Alright, so this is a little bit later. As you can see, I have acquired some golden carrots in my inventory and done some AFKing. But I realized in that last clip I didn't actually show you guys how this top part worked, and I wanted to show you guys how this functions, so I came back over. So there's a little bit of redstone complicatedness, and it's all a little bit mechanical. But basically, that lever that we press down there sends a redstone torch signal up here, which activates all of these, which sends power over to these. And these are some complicated little redstone clocks that are powering some dispensers down here. So this one starts out with a water bucket in it, which will then place a water bucket where this portal is, which basically turns off the portals. And this is, of course, happening on all 4 sides. And then this side over here, due to the way that the clock is set up, will immediately get to where it picks it up. And basically the water is being passed back and forth near instantaneously between these 2 dispensers. Now, normally that would just keep it off, but over here we have these lava buckets and some very loud dispensers. Or not dispensers, pistons, sorry. And these lava buckets are basically being updated by this signal right here, which is causing all of the trapdoors to basically instantly get lit on fire on the outside over here, which is lighting the portal once again because it's up against the obsidian here. So yeah, basically the water turns it off immediately, the lava turns it on immediately, and that is an infinite signal. Ooh, I fell. I could have died there. That is basically an infinite signal which allows us to have pigmen instantly spawn from the portals, which is where they then fall down. Also, I don't know if this works anymore. I think this might have been updated, but I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, I just want to make sure you guys saw that because I did promise that I was going to show you that. But now we can head back over to spawn and check out some locations for where we're going to be building our base. Kitty! Are you ready to go? Let's head over. Alright, so I've made my way back over to spawn, and no, I'm not going to make you watch me sit here and sort all however many hundreds of thousands of items that is in those chests there. But if we head up here, I'm going to kind of start gliding off towards the Colosseum, because I want to talk about the build that we're going to be doing while we walk off toward the location that I think I've decided on for where we're going to build it. Now, I have a tendency on this world, as you guys saw last episode with the giant mansion in the end, I have a tendency to build things based off of both Lego and other media and stuff like Star Wars and such. I kind of base my things off of pre-existing ideas, right? So like, let's say I wanted to build Tatooine. I'd go like, all right, we kind of know the build style for Tatooine. Let's build a Tatooine inspired base off over this direction. Which, no, that's not what we're going to be doing this time. But it kind of sets the scene, right? So if you know anything about Lego, you'll probably have heard of Ninjago, which is like one of their kind of... it's like a Japanese, Chinese mythology type series. I don't know. I haven't watched the series, but they have this really cool Lego kind of builds that they've done. I'll put some pictures of those on screen right now. It's basically 3 sets that they've come out with, and it's these really cool modern cities that are like these multi-tiered structures that are all stacked on top of one another, and it very much leans into the kind of Chinese-Japanese architecture that I think suits Minecraft really, really well. So that's what we're going to kind of try and build over, actually right here. This is where we're going to be building it. So I think I've mentioned this gold road kind of leads off towards Austin, Trent, and Zach's base over in the distance. And I think this is the best place for spawn to expand, right? Because on the other side we have the harbor, and over in this direction we have kind of some more houses and stuff, so we don't really want to expand that way anymore. So I think this makes the most sense to start working this way, but I don't want to take up too much territory on the edge of the road because I want us to have our own way to build roads and stuff. So we're kind of going right off of the bend of the road here, and we're going to be building in this massive plains biome, as well as some of this forest over here, leading over towards the north of spawn. And I think this is going to be really, really cool. So we're not going to be rebuilding those structures I just showed you, but we are going to be going heavily, heavily in that direction for theme and build style. So I'm actually pretty excited about this. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to start this today because look at all of the work that has to be done to clean this area up. So I'm going to work on sorting out all those boxes. We're going to get those all moved over here. And then I think next episode is probably going to be quite a lot of montages of us cleaning this area up. But let's get this area all sorted out. Okay, so this is quite a bit later. I've been working on this for quite a while, and there's just still so much for me to sort through. Actually, nope, that's got more stuff in it. So let me kind of talk about this a little bit. I think we're going to end the episode off here because I think I have to kind of just work on this over the next couple of days because I have to work tomorrow, and this episode has to go up tomorrow, so I got to start editing. But basically, all of these chests here are all one single block in each one. So it's either in stone, grass, dirt, and right. All of it's all just one block. These here are things that I'm starting to kind of sort out into their different things. I'm not really organizing it just yet. I'm just trying to sort it into its different categories. And then over here, I'm also at the same time trying to refill my supplies in all of the items that I have in my shulker boxes over here, which is going slowly as well, but we're kind of getting there. And then those over there are the ones that I'm emptying because I don't think I'm going to use any of the colored ones right now. But either way, I have a lot of work still to do here. All of those items still have to be sorted, and then I have to actually organize everything and separate it all out. So this is going to take a while. So I think we're going to call this episode there. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.